What's happening, everybody? Y'all know what time it is. Yep, it's my longtime name. I got Big Boy and Turkey here with me. Today, we're going to be replacing the rear rotor and brake pads. And I believe this applies for the C230 and the C240. It might also apply for other models. It just depends what you got going on. Just check it out and see if you get some use out of it. We already broke the lugs and got it up in the air. So now Turkey's just going to remove the lugs. Alright everybody, so on the rear of these Mercedes, especially this C240, I believe it's the same for the C230. For you to get the brake pads off, you would have to punch this pin out through here. You have tension coming from the spring or the bracket that's holding the actual brake pads. Alright, so I got this punch that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to basically run it with my big plastic hammer. We did not spray anything on it. We probably should have, but y'all see it, we didn't. I probably should, like I said. Just gonna take your time and just give it some love taps. Once you get closer to clearing this now you can pretty much wiggle it out, and that clip, as you can see, it'll just fall down. We are going to run this and clean it. Alright, it looks like it's got a little damage right here, a little wear, but it's okay. So we'll just clean this up too and reuse this pin. And as far as the brake pads, it might be a little stiff to remove. You might need to utilize some needle nose, or just kind of like so, slide them out. You just pull it out. These pads, your rears do wear out lesser, or shall I say they take a little bit longer to wear out than your front brakes. That's on pretty much any vehicle, since the force of the vehicle is always going or moving forward. Alright, still pretty good pads right here, y'all. We still have to open up the master cylinder cap. Just completely open it and lay it on top of the master cylinder. And the reason you want to do that is because we still have to compress these two calipers. You have one caliper piston here and one caliper piston on this side. Normally we use C-clamp, but today I'm just gonna try to press it back a little bit and stick my brake pads back on there and utilize my brake pads to press it down. I'm going to do the same thing to the outer piston just a little bit to give me enough room to get my pad back on. And if you're careful and you do it right, it'll be done right, y'all. Okay, everybody, so we're going to attack this caliper a little bit different as far as compressing it back into the pistons, or pressing the pistons back into the caliper. All we did is reinstalled our brake pads back in there, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a flathead on the inside and a flathead on the outside pad, and we're just going to open up the pads, basically forcing both sides of the caliper piston, pushing it in. Just take your time with it. You do have to compress both of them at the same time. Cannot do it one side at a time. Okay, so if you try to do this with some seat clamps and you're wondering why the other side keep pushing back, it's pretty much because that's what they're supposed to do. So there it is. It's completely compressed on both sides. Just take your time. Do not damage your pistons or your calipers. Now we'll just go ahead and remove the caliper hanger bolts right here. All right, everybody, I'm gonna start with the top bolt. Yeah, here's a 16 millimeter. All right, that's the top one. Bottom one. There we go. Hold this caliper. There we go. Just set this caliper. We'll just set this caliper up right there, and we'll go ahead and remove this rotor. Alright, everybody, we already loosened up this torque bit. This is a T30 on the rears. For some reason it's totally different than the front one, and we did spray some of that lubricant to ease it on out, and just hit it, wiggle it out. There it is. You can clearly see your emergency brakes. Okay, we'll just clean this up right quick. We're gonna run the brush on it and spray some brake cleaner on it along with this, and put some anti-seize on it, and we'll be back. Alright everybody, we're going to slap the rotor now. As you can see, we cleaned everything and we've added some anti-seize onto the axle. Here's the rotor. Let go. We'll go ahead and snug that up in a little bit. Now we'll go ahead and hang our brake caliper, which is up here. But before we do, I'm going to go ahead and prep those pistons for the pads. Alright everybody, here comes the caliper. There goes the top one. Let's go ahead and slap the bottom one. Go ahead and snug it down. There it is. It's on there, y'all. Alright, now we'll slap our pads. Alright everybody, we got our new pads right here. Just gonna cut it open right quick. That's what they're looking like. Alright, we'll compare it to one of the old ones as far as thickness. There it is. Y'all see the thickness difference. Alright. Just go ahead and slide one in there along with the other one. Just want to slide it in there until these line up. Just gonna try to give it a little wiggle. And a little tap. You want to make sure they're lined up. Alright everybody, we have our pin started off in there, and here's our clip. You want to press that clip and try to wiggle this pin in as much as you can. Alright, you might have to give it a little love tap to persuade that pin to go ahead and enter on in. We'll try with a punch. Okay. We're about halfway through. We just have one more brake pad to go through, y'all. This is really a weird setup, but hey, that's what you pay for Benz, man. Alright, here we go. fix me. There it is, y'all. It's in. You're just gonna have to wrestle with that pin trying to line it up. We ended up using a small pry bar, the pry right here, to help guide this on in. We're moving to the passenger side now. Alright everybody, we're on the passenger side and we're doing the same thing. Basically, we're gonna drive this pin out. Once you get it far enough, push this in, wiggle it out. There it is. And we'll go ahead and loosen up the pads real quick. There we go. And pull it out. These pads still look pretty decent. There they go. There we go. We'll go ahead and press these calipers. Make sure your master cylinder is open before you try to mess with these. Just want to give it a little buzz. Go ahead and slap the old brake pads back on there. And get our screwdrivers back off in there so we can press both sides out. Even as we can. Now you have your calipers compressed now. We'll just go ahead and remove the mounting bolts for the caliper hanger. Okay, this is the top caliper hanger bolt. You just want to break it loose. We'll go to the bottom one. We'll have to get our cheater pipe on this bottom bolt. But it's okay, y'all. There it is. Got it off. All right, now we'll remove the rotor. We'll start off with this screw that holds the rotor into the axle. And y'all know the routine. We'll brush this out with the wire brush and add some anti-seize on it. Okay, we'll be back. All right, everybody, we'll go ahead and install this rotor. There you go. We will snug this down once we tightened up the brake pads. But for now, that will do. Alright. We'll go ahead and prep our caliper. Alright, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and mount our caliper. That's the top bolt. And that's the bottom. There it is, y'all. Alright, everybody. Slide this inside brake pad in. Okay. We went on and apply some synthetic lube on there. This thing right here. Don't really need that much. Now we'll give it a little bit of love tap. And now for our pin, we did not put any anti-seize on this one this time. We're just gonna run it in dry. Our clips, we will prep this a little bit. Alright, we'll go ahead and prep our clip on there like so. Looks like that's going in with no problem. All praise to the Most High, but we sure don't need none. We sure don't need none, sure don't want none. Alright. There it is. There it is, y'all. There it is. Now we're gonna go ahead and close the reservoir for the master cylinder.
All right, well, we're about to slap this wheel on and see how these brakes perform.
All right, everybody, there it is. It's looking so sexy. Yep, we got performance rotors front and rear with ceramic pads all the way around from TRQ. This is the rear passenger side wheel, and there it is, y'all. The rear is going to take a lot more, work trying to get that pin in for the brake pads, but as y'all can see, it can be done. You just got to try to figure it out and work with it. You know what I mean? It might be a two-person, ordeal. You know what I mean? But other than that, y'all see it. I already took it around the block, but I'm gonna take it on down the road and see what it do. So far, it feels real nice, y'all. TRQ, we are not sponsored by them, but this ain't the first time we've used their products. You know what I mean? And by the way, the rear on this passenger and even on that driver side axle does not have a wear sensor, okay, on this vehicle. This is a Mercedes, which should also be similar to a C230, and so on and so forth. Just check out the video, see what you can get out of it or get use out of it. With all that being said, remember,
you can fix it too.
On that note, y'all, peace.